automation is the future. So let's get into it. This is the video. 3 big mistakes you can avoid as a new technician. Electrical automation or instrumentation technician. If you avoid these mistakes, you will not end up like this. One mistake I see is people come in and they want to impress everyone, and they kind of come in too hard and heavy at first. They're excited to get to work and they really want to impress everything. And the mistake that they make is that they don't ask for help and they don't use all the resources at hand to solve their problems. When you come on the job site, you're new at a company, it doesn't matter if you know everything there is to know about electrical theory, physics, instrumentation, automation, programming. Yeah, you're going to learn a lot of stuff before you start the job, but every company is different. The way they operate is different. They have different types of machines with different variants of equipment and electrical schematics and processes. All this stuff needs to be learned, and when you get on a job site, you are not going to be hitting a home run from day one. I'm very guilty of this. As I get on a job site and I want to impress everyone and I want to get the job done and I want to show that I know what I'm doing, and that is not the way to do it. You know, for one, it's a little bit unsafe. It's most likely less effective, and you might rustle some feathers, piss some people off. It's better to kind of approach a problem slowly, communicate with the people around you, ask for help from the people that can help you, and just kind of, you know, take it easy at first. Those first 2-3 months, take it easy. You know, you're coming into a new environment and you have to adhere to the unspoken rules and traditions and society of that environment. So just take it easy at first. You don't have to come in and impress people. Just go in, do your job, be willing to learn, and ask for help. But another big mistake I see new technicians doing is they don't use all the resources at hand when they're trying to resolve an issue. Yes, you can rely on electrical schematics, PLC logic, your knowledge of physics and processes, but there's other resources that you can use. You get on your phone and Google stuff. You can watch YouTube videos. You can use ChatGPT. If you find a piece of equipment and you don't know what it is, take a picture of it on ChatGPT. He'll tell you exactly what it is. So slow down, and these two are related. You're trying to impress everyone, you're moving too quick, that's a mistake. Also, if you come in and you have too much tunnel vision, you're gonna make mistakes. Slow down and use all the resources at hand to solve the issue. Here is another point that I kind of forgot about. We're gonna add it in. It's really important. You're gonna need to learn to read and follow directions. You're gonna need to learn to be patient and thorough, especially when you're doing lockout tagouts and calibrations. Read through the document, then go back, go step by step, take your time, be patient, and be sure. Especially at first, this goes for a lot of stuff, especially electrical troubleshooting. You're gonna be doing some dangerous stuff. You're gonna need to learn a new skill, and that's being thorough, patient, and reading things all the way through. And yes, this is my t-shirt. Check the store, check the links, we sell them. Another mistake that I'll see new people make is sometimes they come in and they're a little bit nervous, a little bit scared, and they feel like all the people around them know so much more, and they don't feel like they have a valid voice, and they don't make their opinions heard. And this is kind of the opposite of the other one. If you come into a new environment and you feel intimidated by everyone else, maybe a lot of the other technicians or engineers have a lot of experience and you're fresh out of school and you don't know much, don't fall into the trap of just following other people's lead. If you got the job, you have valuable input, and you have just as much of a right and say as everyone else there. So if you see something going on that you don't agree with, speak up. Some people are loud, some people fall back. You want to get that happy medium. If you're in a situation where you don't feel comfortable, you know, expressing yourself in an industrial environment, you're going to have to get over that hurdle. You know, all of us have the power to stop work. If you see something that's unsafe or you disagree with what's being done, whether it's, you know, another new guy or a plant manager, it's your responsibility to stand up and say, hey, I don't agree with this, let's talk about it. And, you know, if you're not good with stuff like that, here's a couple tips. You know, if you disagree with someone, It's always best to have a one-on-one conversation. You don't have to make a big show out of it. You can pull people aside one-on-one, but always make sure that your voice is heard and make sure that you're not just allowing other people to take the lead, because you will not grow as a technician unless you're in there helping the team. Going into industrial work, you're going to work with people that are a little bit intimidating. That's just a hurdle you're going to have to get over. And depending on what type of life you've lived before, you know, if you've lived a sheltered life, then maybe some of these people are going to scare you a little bit. But I promise you, those people, anyone that you work with in a factory is going to be cool and down to earth over 90% of the time. So just get used to expressing yourself and being a part of the team. So one big mistake to avoid as a newer technician is make sure that you follow the safety protocols. We're not in high school anymore. This is the real world, and in the real world, real industrial stuff can kill you, and we always follow safety procedures. When you're at school, whether it's college or high school or just in life in general, you know, it's normal for us to just kind of bend the rules and not strictly follow protocols and procedures. Unfortunately, when you're doing industrial work, anything involved with lockout, tagout, there's a possibility that you could die if you don't strictly follow the safety procedures. That was a big problem that I had when I started at my first instrumentation electrical job. I, was coming out of school. I was very excited and driven. I wanted to show everyone how much I knew, and I really wanted to solve all the issues as quickly as I could. And I was a little bit too zealous, came out a little bit too hot. I didn't really follow lockout tagout when I didn't have to. I didn't work slowly and carefully. I didn't take two, as they say. But you guys will learn in factories when it comes to safety, yes, we actually do follow the rules. Whatever it is, if there's, machine guarding, if you have to lock out a device and then verify it, wear a gas detector on your body, all those things are actually important, and people who've been there for a while actually do all those safety procedures. I totally skipped over that. I would get zapped all the time. It was very dumb. I'm very fortunate that I didn't get seriously injured or killed. And yeah, that's a big mistake, man. Come out on the job site. You're new. Take it easy. Take it slow. Double check the safety regulations and make sure you're following every safety procedure to a T. In conclusion, 3 mistakes to avoid as a newcomer. 1, actually follow the safety protocols. I know it sounds crazy, but trust me, you don't want stuff like this happening. 2, don't be a big shot. Try to go with the flow, ask questions, and learn to use all the resources that you can, including your phone, ChatGPT, Google, talking to other coworkers, electrical schematics, PLC, user manuals. If you Google the name of a piece of equipment PDF, that'll give you the user manual. And 3, the opposite of that one, don't be the guy that's just standing in the back holding a flashlight. Get engaged, whether you like the people, whether you feel intimidated. Learn to ask questions and engage people. And if you disagree with the safety issue, always speak up. Thanks for watching my channel, guys. Automation, instrumentation, controls, electrical. That's what I talk about on my channel. It's blue collar work, and it's in high demand these days and makes good money. Hit me up on LinkedIn if you have any questions. Thanks for checking out the channel, guys.